The following portion of Bloom is sponsored by Lifeguard Imaging.
Coming up on Bloom, how to reclaim the fire in your belly and maximize your career momentum.
Principally, what we believe is that perspective is critical to thinking about your career.
And we'll show you a fun and easy way to get moving. Plus, find out about life-saving technology available right here in Tampa Bay. We'll have all that and more as Bloom, presented by Lifeguard Imaging, starts now. I'm Gayle Guyardo. Welcome to Bloom, presented by Lifeguard Imaging. Early June is when we celebrate National Cancer Survivors Day. And thanks to innovative technology available in Tampa Bay, a lot more people are fighting deadly cancers and living to share the news. In fact, Tampa Bay is one of only 7 places in the nation where people have access to this type of preventative screening. It's reported 1 to 3 lives are saved every day here because of this scan that can detect hundreds of different cancers and heart disease in their earliest stages. Joining me now from Lifeguard Imaging is the Vice President of Business Development, former Tampa Bay Buccaneer and NFL great Martine Gramatica, and the Director of Operations for Lifeguard Imaging, Frankie Maldonado, to tell us more. It is so great to see you both.
Good to see you again.
So I know you both are proud fathers, and we want to celebrate our dads by giving them this incredible gift of preventative care.
And you and I unfortunately share a commonality in the loss of our dads to pancreatic cancer. I know you know this because I feel it every year when Father's Day comes, how much I miss him. It's a bittersweet thing. I'm celebrating, my daughter who's here with us today, Mia, but our children. But there's an emptiness there because my dad's not around, and I wish he would be here. Obviously, I wish he would have met my wife and children as well.
Yeah, it's really hard, and what's really sad is that if this type of technology had been around for your dad and my dad, they would have had so many more years of life ahead of them. And I think, Martine, what we're really trying to stress to our viewers is, why not take advantage of this? It's right here in our backyard. I'll repeat it, we're one of only 7 places in the nation that has access to this kind of technology.
Absolutely, Gayle. And our number one job as men is to be great fathers, great husbands and great fathers. And being there for our kids is what makes us and what helps us become great fathers, right? And this technology can detect anything, heart disease and cancer that could be going on. And if we capture it early, our patients are surviving it at a higher percentage, and also with good quality of life where they can spend more time with their loved ones.
Yeah, we were looking at some really cute pictures of you with your kids, and I know that I cherish every minute on this earth that I get to spend time with my kids. And for the people out there that want to say, do I really want to know? I think if you really take a deep dive into your thoughts, you want to know if something's going on. Why would you want to miss out on the opportunity to be with your family?
I don't understand how that could actually be a true feeling that I don't want to know, because we always say this, you're going to know one way or another. It's how soon or how late are you going to know. Martine says this so profoundly, and I second it, is that if you really feel that way yourself, I don't want to know, and it doesn't matter when it's my time. If you're not going to do it for yourself, do it for the people who love you, your wife, your children, the other people around you, because I guarantee you there are people that want you around as long as possible, the way you and I feel about our fathers and all the other people that have left this earth too soon. Yeah,
and I think of my husband. My husband and I are both part of the Lifeguard Imaging Legacy Program, and I still think he needs a job with you guys because all he talks about is lifeguard imaging. I don't know what I would do without that man by my side. And the fact that he goes through, and I know anything could happen to us at any time, but when it comes to our health, if you could know ahead of time and get treated and be okay, which we hear story after story, but I just don't know what I would do without Mark in my life. He's an amazing father, husband, and I need him. And I know other people feel the same way. And we hear these life-saving stories all the time from people who've gotten the scan, and it has saved their lives.
Well, Gayle, you and the WFLA family has come to our Empowered by a Scan ceremony and event, which it doubled in size in a year. So that shows the amount of patients that are being saved because they're being proactive with their health. And the sooner we can detect some, or the sooner something's detected, they can survive it with a higher percentage. But again, more importantly, good quality of life. And like Frankie just said, if you don't do it for yourself, do it for the ones you love. Because again, I second what you're saying. If I didn't have my wife by my side, and if we weren't together, because a family is a husband and wife with your kids, and that's what we're accomplishing here when we do save someone's life, because now they can be here longer for their family.
Yeah, absolutely. June is Men's Health Month, so make sure, ladies, do something for your husband, your boyfriend, the man in your life that you love so much. Call today, right now, 813-582-5222, or visit lifeguardimaging.com. You'll receive a Bloom special offer, a free heart scan when you mention Gayle or Bloom. That's a $599 value, so call today, 813-582-5222 for this special offer. We'll be back with more Bloom right after this.
The preceding portion of Bloom was sponsored by Lifeguard Imaging.
You're watching Bloom, presented by Lifeguard Imaging, saving lives through early detection. Call now, 813-582-5222 to schedule your scan today. Welcome back. It's time for Bloom's Book Club, and we've been going chapter by chapter through a popular book called Reclaiming the Fire in Your Belly, a practical guide for women leaders to navigate overwhelm. Joining me now is the author and the CEO of the McGuckin Group and Women on Their Way, Audrey McGuckin. It is so great to see you.
Oh, it's great to see you as well, Gayle.
So you are in the business of helping people build their career momentum.
Yes, indeed. What we find is that people often get stuck, and they get stuck for so many reasons. And what we love to do is help them get unstuck.
And you say one of the best things to do is to have a coach. Why do you believe that's so important?
Principally, what we believe is that perspective is critical to thinking about your career. And when you can have a coach who's an expert, they can help you go faster. They can help you navigate. When you're a novice, it takes you much longer. And so having that coach and that perspective, it just helps you go further and faster.
Yeah, you're right. Instead of trial and error, you say strategy is key.
Yes, indeed. And I remember I'm a huge fan and advocate of having a coach. When I first started my business, I didn't have any customers, I didn't have any revenue, but the first thing I did was engage a coach because I knew that he could help me go faster. So whether you're starting your own business, whether you're a young person in the workplace, or whether you're pivoting, really think about how you could leverage a coach.
I love that. I love that. And I know you're the CEO of Women on Their Way, and that's an organization and not-for-profit that really helps women build confidence.
Yes.
And that's another key thing, especially for women in the workforce, is that we lose our confidence along the way. Indeed.
And what we know, Gayle, is that it's much more difficult for women, and a number of reasons why, but a number of physiological reasons. So in puberty, girls lose their confidence 30% more than boys, and they very rarely get it back. We also know that women in menopause lose confidence, and we know that menopause can start at 35 and go all the way through 70. So there's so many years where it's much more difficult for women in the workplace.
And you say it's important for women to be open about their ambition. And you and I talk about this all the time. It's like, I figure, like, I always thought back in the day when I was in TV, I was going to have to hang up my hat in my 30s. But now even age doesn't stand in your way. You can still be ambitious at any point of your life.
Indeed, indeed. And here's what we see a lot with our women leaders is we'll ask them, tell me about your career aspirations and tell me about your big dream. 90% of the time, the answer that we get is, I'm not sure. I haven't thought about it. I'm not really clear. Or I just haven't had the time to process it. And so our invitation to every women leader that's really listening and watching this session is, give yourself the luxury of time to think about it. And when you think about it, talk it out with people. Don't be afraid.
Yeah, you're so right. And the other thing that I think is so beautiful, because I think when you get to the heart of why somebody wants to do what they do, it really goes back to authenticity and individuality, because we're not all the same and we bring different gifts to the table.
Yes, and one of the things that we know is, we talk about this in our book, people deserve to feel connected. And to feel connected, you can only connect to authenticity. And to be authentic takes vulnerability, and then that takes courage. So we know it's not easy. And what we say is, one of the ways to do it is to think about, what has my journey been and how would I tell my story? And then that starts to bring out your own authenticity, because each of our stories are wildly different.
I know that you work with individuals and in group sessions alike, and I've had the privilege of working with you one-on-one so that I could understand the experience and then turn around and share it with our Bloom viewers. And getting down to your authentic self is a real eye-opener. I mean, there's so much that we can learn about ourselves if we just take the time to reflect and maybe look a little bit in our past.
Yes, and we like to make it easy. We want to make it easy for the viewers and the listeners and the readers. And so one way to do it is to take a blank piece of paper, draw a line, and then think back to your early memories and plot your highs and lows. And I promise you, doing that process, you'll be enlightened. You'll think about things that you may not have even thought about before. And you'll be reminded, and you'll connect those to your authenticity.
And what I love about your book as well is that you put a lot of these charts, you put a lot of these resources. It's a great read, but it's also a book that you can apply to your own life, and that's by design.
Yes. One of the professors at Harvard Business School that endorsed our book, Amy Edmondson, had said it's very practical. But the other thing that she said that was interesting is it's practical for both men and women. It's very much directed at women, and yet these are not strategies that are only for women.
Yeah, they're strategies for men and women alike. But as always, Audrey, we love having you on Bloom, and we appreciate you going chapter by chapter with us.
Yes, thanks, Gayle. It's a pleasure.
We're going to share more about Chapter 3 of Audrey's book, Reclaim the Fire in Your Belly, on BloomTampaBay.com. And when we come back, high-performance strategist Genesis Crick has strategies on how to catapult your career. Don't go away. Bloom will be right back. You're watching Bloom, presented by Lifeguard Imaging, saving lives through early detection. Call now, 813-582-5222 to schedule your scan today. Welcome back to Bloom. Gaining momentum to maximize your professional goals is great, but if you want to catapult your career, you better listen up to our next guest strategy. Joining me now with insight is high-performance strategist Genesis Crick. It is so great to see you again.
You too.
So how can continuous learning and skill development impact your career growth?
Well, whether we realize it or not, we are constantly taking in information. So if we want to be privy to everything that's coming in, then we need to be proactive about the types of learning and opportunities that are in front of us. So the more that we intake is in terms of personal development, self-help, and we're gaining accessibility to that knowledge, the better off we're going to be in the long run. So whether it's taking in information that's not good or taking in information that is good, it's going to make a difference in the future. So just being privy to that and taking on the most important things that are going to catapult.
And what would you say are some effective ways to build and expand our professional network?
So absolutely creating a community, and this is one of my very favorite things to do, and I actually like to do this from scratch and looking at where exactly I'm at, where do I ultimately want to be, and who am I surrounding myself with. And so when I'm working with my clients, they look at their goals from where they are and ask them, who are the top 5 people that you're associated with? Who are your top 5 mentors? Who are your top 5 influencers in your life? And determining who those people are that can help them to move in that right direction. A lot of the time we're going day to day and we're not aware with all of the people that are influencing us, whether it's negatively or positively. So building out a network of people that you can be connected to, when you can share your audiences, you can share your companies, anything that you can have in common is going to be beneficial for the future, for learning, technology, innovation, all of that good stuff.
Yeah, you know, having a front row seat to a lot of the people that meet through Bloom, and they sit in the green room together. They've become friends, and they've started networking, and they've started finding ways to lift one another. And because, you know, we talk about a lot of the same subjects of health and wellness, but everybody's scope isn't exactly the same. So you'd be surprised to see how many people are out there willing to lend you a helping hand, and there might be something that you can offer right back to them.
I would agree 100%. No, I would say from my personal experience, I've gained so many incredible relationships just by being on this show. And it is true, just striking up that conversation and opening the door for the opportunity, because you never know who knows who and who can put you in touch with that next person that you're really hoping to move forward with. So
and having mentorship, that is so important, because if people can pass along their wisdom, I mean, that's another thing I think too that we try to do behind the scenes here on Bloom, is we have these incredible interns.
Yes.
And I think that's a very important part of business, is passing the torch, not just passing it, but passing it up so other people can rise through the ranks.
It is. And just getting that constructive feedback on where can I improve, because I am always personally all about how can I be better, how can I grow in these specific areas. And it's always helpful for somebody that's, as you said, gone before you, that knows the territory, that's experienced, that can look back and say, these are maybe some ideas that you could utilize, these are some things that you could do. And then also just being an influence in your life and having someone from a supportive and accountability standpoint.
Yeah, and speaking of accountability, you're big on setting SMART goals.
Yes. Yes, so specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. So if you can focus on gaining those or working on those on a daily basis, it's really going to help catapult your career, because it helps with clarity and direction and getting that understanding of where am I focusing my efforts, because it is so measurable and it is so timely and it's cohesive with the big vision in your life.
Can you give me an example of a SMART goal that maybe one of your clients has set, or that you've helped them set? I mean, like, I don't want to throw a curveball your way, but
Sure,
it's like people
yeah.
might be thinking, well, what is a SMART goal?
Well, if someone wanted to gain a monetary amount of money by the end of the year, they could say, my goal is to make another $10,000 a year by, December 31st, 2024.
Okay.
And so you can make it even more specific if you want, but just from baseline, you have to say, what is it? And then what is the specific date? Because dates are always essential when creating the SMART goals.
Very interesting. Well, thank you so much. We always really appreciate your advice. Our Bloom viewers just eat it up.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, we're going to share this story with you on BloomTampaBay.com. We'll be back with more Bloom right after this. Welcome back to Bloom. There's a new catchphrase surfacing in the workforce called busy bragging. It's when you're continuously complaining or bragging about being preoccupied with work. Here with why boasting about being busy isn't productive and how managers and employees can set boundaries for their time, emotions, and energy is the author of the upcoming book, The Highway to Health, Writing the Road to Better Boundaries, Anastasia Turchetta. It's so great to see you.
Thank you for having me, Gayle.
So we do live in a fast-paced world. Tell me a little bit more about busy bragging. That term is really catching on.
It is catching on. It's almost like stress bragging or busy bragging. And basically what it is, it's when people come in and they love to tell you how busy they've been. They've returned emails at 3 in the morning and they just keep telling you all of these things. I've got back-to-back meetings. I mean, they're basically validating themselves and they're projecting onto you how indispensable they are in their workplace.
So why is this not a healthy thing to do?
It's not healthy because basically busy bragging is kind of like nagging. Nobody likes someone nagging them. It can come off as arrogant or it can come off as annoying, and you don't want to work with someone like that who just keeps like poking the bear, so to speak. So they're projecting stress onto you, and then it makes it toxic because now the work environment is basically equating a busy atmosphere, like let's overwork, let's do this, let's add more stress, instead of, stay in your lane and complete the task.
I like that. So yeah, you do have 3 ways that busy bragging is toxic, and you did touch on the first one, that it creates a stressful environment.
It really does. When you create a stressful environment, you almost have people in competition. And we know that stress is contagious, and we also know that that's terrible for our health. It also makes us have less satisfaction in our job or our work environment. It's not a career goal. No one just goes in and says, please add more stress to my plate. So then the other thing too is for team collaboration. I mean, again, when someone's bragging, it's not, you come off as it's all about me and I need validation, but where's the teamwork? So when you are so busy and there's, you make it seem like you've done all of these things, does your quality of work suffer? Are you being ineffective? And are you making mistakes? So then the team actually does not like somebody who's bragging, and therefore can they trust you on projects to complete them in a timely manner and give quality to the client?
And that third item was, it does undermine productivity.
Absolutely, it undermines productivity because you're so focused on being busy that's actually a skill set in some people's minds, that they're being busy, that they forget about the quality of their work. So really, I would encourage you and say, what is being productive? And that is a tangible action of the results in their work.
So can you give us some examples of what a busy bragger might say?
Yes, and I have done this once or twice. I think we've all been in phases of our life where this has happened, but I'm so busy I can't even think straight. I'm so swamped I barely have time to eat. Or you'll hear, I'm so swamped I barely had time to go to the bathroom today. I've been working nonstop. I've got back-to-back meetings all day. I answered my emails at 3 in the morning or whatever that may be, but that, doesn't that make you stress when you're going, oh my gosh, they're working nonstop and I'm still doing this task?
Yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, I think that people do get overwhelmed, and I guess as you're sitting there pounding away and trying to get the job done, if you got a busy bragger there that's constantly reminding you, because I'm guilty of saying some of those things, but I try not to say it all the time, because at the end of the day, I think we're all really busy and overwhelmed, and in the workforce, it is expected that you take on more and more and more responsibilities, and it sometimes can be overwhelming, but I try to stick a pin in it because I don't want to just constantly be raining on, because as the busy braggers over there bragging, I'm still trying to handle my tremendously large workload.
Exactly, and in today's society, we're taught to not unplug because we've got our technology with us and there's everything like that. So you make a great point. It's just there's a difference between where your bragging lands.
Right.
And how that looks. So if you're consistent with your bragging, but there's no results, and all we see is your career skill set is being busy, you can be really good at being busy, but not being productive.
Amen. Okay, that makes total sense. If you're not getting your job done, and you're always, because you're the busy bragger, where's the final product? And I think that's where the other employee is. It's all starting to settle in. I understand what you're saying, is that you're actually getting the job done while the busy bragger is bragging and not really showing up.
Right.
And not bringing their end of the table, their workload to the table.
Exactly. Either they may not know how to delegate, or maybe they just do not prioritize their time management.
Okay, that's very interesting. We've got 30 seconds left. Any marching orders for either the busy bragger or the person on the other end?
There really always is. So limit your interactions, because really you need to stay productive and focused at work. So limit your interactions, manage your expectations, and if someone feels like they're gonna put more on your plate, it's okay to say no, but I'll get back to you as soon as I finish this task. You have to work on your work first, and then you can help others.
I love it. Thank you so much, Anastasia.
Thank you for having me.
Always a great conversation with you. We're going to share Anastasia's story on BloomTampaBay.com. And before we go to break, it's time for today's Bloom Trivia question. True or false? Most American workers are employed in the service sector. We'll have the answer later on Bloom. You're watching Bloom, presented by Lifeguard Imaging. We begin where your checkup ends. Call now, 813-582-5222 to schedule your scan today.
The following portion of Bloom is sponsored on behalf of Living and Loving LLC.
Welcome back to Bloom. Artist Monique McCall's music carries a strong message of hope, and there is inspiration behind it, especially with mental health. Joining me now is the singer, songwriter, and recording artist herself to tell us more about her music, her message, and her new single. Monique McCall, welcome to Bloom.
Thank you so much. So nice to meet you. It's such a gift to be here today.
Oh, likewise. We feel the same. So talk to me a little bit about your music, because it really does resonate when it comes to hope. What is your inspiration behind it?
Well, I'm going to go back to the message of hope. My message is a little bit more of having faith, because as I've continued on my journey through life, I realized that hope means you haven't done it yet. But when you have faith, you know it's already done or it's going to be done. So the inspiration of my music is just all of the journeys I've been through. You know, I'm not 20 years old. I'm not 25 years old like many of the girls in the business. I'm 48. And I want people to know that you can still pursue this. You still have the opportunity, no matter what age you are. Get out, do it. You know, the message always is, you know, you may not be where you want to be, but you're always right where you're supposed to be, and have faith in that.
I think that is such a beautiful message. And I know that you do have a new single out, Feel Like Florida, and it actually takes you on a similar journey about what you just talked about. I want our viewers to be able to take a listen.
I feel like Florida today. When I close my eyes, I can feel the waves. Sunshine and warm breeze are taking me to that state. I feel like Florida. I feel like Florida today.
We need to send this song to Governor Ron DeSantis.
Yes, please. I'm going to hold you to that.
I think that this should be our state song. It's amazing.
Thank you. Or visit Florida.
Yes, yes, I love that. What do you hope the takeaway is from your new single?
I just want people to, especially in this state, but even across the world, you know, Florida is such a beautiful place to live, work, and play, and I want people to remember that. You know, this is my story, but it's also the story of everyone in the world. You know, come to Florida, come enjoy what we have to offer here, because it is a gorgeous state.
I am flow grown, as they like to say. I love the state of Florida. I couldn't agree with you anymore. And you know, we have a winning baseball team here. I know that you were asked to sing at Rays games, and most recently you had a really fun, like a familial moment happen.
Well, yes, this year I sang, but that was last year. So last year when the Rays called me and they said, hey, do you want to come sing again? I said, absolutely. I said, what game? Because normally they give me a game, but last year they said, you can choose. And I said, wow. I said, let me see when they're playing the Braves. And my cousin is the starting catcher, Sean Murphy, for the Atlanta Braves. And he was also the all-star catcher last year for the all-star game, the starting catcher. So it was pretty exciting for our family. And I know that my grandmother was watching down from heaven thinking, you know, I have two of my grandchildren on the field. So it's always those familial moments that, you know, make it even more worthwhile.
So special. And real quick, you have another single gaining traction that you released for the men and women of our military.
Yes, so I wrote a song. I had the wonderful opportunity to sing at a political convention in Washington, D.C., and one of our nation's leaders said something that moved me so much I knew I had to write a song about it. And he said, you know, we need not forget what our grandfathers, our grandmothers, our brothers, our sisters, our fellow men and women have done and continue to do for our beautiful nation, and we need not ever forget that there's truly no better place than the United States of America, no matter what the circumstance. So I wrote a song, No Better Place, and it's got over 1 million streams across all platforms, so we're really excited about that. And so we decided that we were going to do a bigger version, almost like an America the Beautiful version with a full orchestra, and we will be debuting that at the Mount Rushmore Amphitheater on June 21st at the Rushmore Music Festival. So that's super exciting.
That is beautiful. Gives me goosebumps. Well, Monique, thank you so much for sharing your story with our viewers.
Thank you for having me. I feel so blessed. It's such a gift to meet you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And to find out more about Monique and her music, visit her website, MoniqueMcCallMusic.com, and make sure to follow her on social media. You can stream Monique's music on Spotify, Apple Music, and SoundCloud. We'll be back with more Bloom right after this.
The preceding portion of Bloom was sponsored on behalf of Living and Loving LLC by the TV Bookers.
Living the Tampa Bay lifestyle means enjoying the sand, sun, and outdoors fun. So get out, get active, and nurture those healthy habits. Hey there, I'm Gayle Guyardo, host of Bloom. Now there's a new all-inclusive place with everything you need to shape your lifestyle, boost your health, and improve your wellness. BloomTampaBay.com, Tampa Bay's premier health and wellness website, made to help you feel good. Whether you're a fitness fanatic, beauty buff, or just want to take your first step towards positive change, this free website is for you. See the Bay Area's hottest fitness products, the latest workout crazes, and learn nutrition tips from the experts. Plus, discover local events and experiences designed with your well-being in mind. Cultivate a healthy mind, body, and soul. Check out BloomTampaBay.com, your local health and wellness website. That's BloomTampaBay.com. Welcome back to Bloom. Today we are helping you just do it, just like the motto Nike coined in the 80s. Here to help us raise the bar when it comes to fitness is the founder of Workout Warrior, strength and conditioning specialist, Kevin Bailey. Kevin, it is so great to see you.
It's great to see you again. Thanks for having me.
So what are we doing today?
Okay, so we're going to move around a little bit. You know, a lot of times we're at home, we're at our computers, we're at our desk, we're on our phone, and we get stuck into these positions to where all we're doing is here. We're here for hours, we get tight, stiff, and it's hard for us to move. And what we do is we're training our bodies to hold ourselves in these tight positions. That changes our posture, gets us hunched over all these things. So we want to stay elongated, loose, lean, mean, a fighting machine. So we're going to move around a little bit and move something.
All right, let's see. I'm ready to move something. All right.
That's right.
So what do we, all right, we got some music
all right,
going
we got some music going here.
Right.
So again, we're just going to do nice and easy. You can do this anywhere, at any time, at the workplace. Just jump up and start moving. We're going to march in place on 3. Here we go. And 4, 3, 2, 1, and march. There you go. Yeah. Good. Now, with just one rule, we just got one rule. Now, I'm going to ask you, Gayle, how do you feel?
I feel good.
Yeah, but you feel amazing.
I feel amazing.
There you go.
There
it's a
go.
part of amazingness.
I like it.
And march, and march, and march, and march. Let's take our hands up. There you go. Nice and easy. And down. Yes. And up. Yes. And down. And we're going to speed it up and up, down, up, down. I see you, Gayle. Up, down, up, down, and here we go, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and 4, there you go. 3, I gotta keep up, 2, 1, and march. Good. Now all we're gonna do, just gonna use our toe. Just like simple, you can do this anywhere. We're gonna use our right toe first, and it looks like this toe. Oh, you on it, toe, you on it. Toe, and let's reach, yeah. Reach, I see. Reach, there you go. Reach. You can put a little something into it. And something. And 4, there you go. 3, 2, 1, and march. There we go. Good. Gayle, how do you feel?
I feel fantastic.
Yes, amazing. There we go, that's the word. There we go. Part of amazingness. Here we go, march. Good. This time we're going to go heels. On 3, 4, 3, heel touch and begin and heel, yeah, heel. I see you, go ahead, Gayle. I see you bend that knee. There you go. Heel, there we go. Heel, and let's reach. Yes, you're moving, grooving, rocking, and rolling, and boom, yeah. Boom, you can throw a shoulder into it. And 4, there you go. 3, there you go. 2, 1, and march. Good. See something simple?
Yeah.
Just get the heart rate up. Yeah, and fun.
And
that's amazing. And amazing. Part of amazingness, yes.
I love it.
And march. We're going to do a step touch. We're going to go this way on 3, 4, 3, 2, and. Oh, there you go. You stepping, Gayle. You stepping. You stepping. There you go. Oh, yeah, there you go. We can step. Boom, we can step. Boom. And step, and reach. Oh, yeah, I like it. Yeah. Oh, it's a party now. Oh, it turned into a party. There we go. And reach, and 4, 3, 2, 1. Better step touch. Here we go.
Were we just doing the Carlton?
Yeah, we're doing the Carlton. Absolutely, yes. but better.
Yeah, we were doing the amazing
The
curl.
amazing Carlton. It was better. Here we go. And this time let's do a leg curl, curl, yes. Curl, there we go. Curl, there we go. Curl. How do you feel, Gayle? You feel amazing. 4, 3, let's reach. And begin and reach. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Boom, boom. Let's touch the opposite heel, Gayle. It looks like this. Oh, yeah. Oh, I see. I see. You can put a little something into it. There you go. I see it. And here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1, and march. Good. Last but not least, just very simple. You can do this anywhere. We're just gonna go step and back and up and back. What does that remind you of?
Cha-cha.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Work it, Gayle. There you go. That's the way to work it. There you go. Remove those hips. And you can get cute with it. You can put your little pinky up in case you need to get cute with it. And 4, 3, 2, 1, and march. Good.
That was really fun.
Awesome.
So the name of the game is get that heart rate up,
That's right.
get going, and have fun.
Move something. You don't have to be stagnant or stuck in the same place. And again, it gets your creativity going and you feel like doing something.
All right.
Absolutely.
Any cool down exercises we can do?
Let's go ahead and grab our mat.
All right.
Now again,
All right.
all we're gonna do, wait, it's a little bit closer. Let's go ahead and lie on your back.
Okay.
And all we're gonna do, go ahead and bend your knees.
Okay.
First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna take a deep breath. You're gonna breathe into your abdomen. So lower abdomen here, deep breath. So you're not gonna just throw your rib cage out. You're gonna breathe lower abdomen so you can get a deep breath. Use the diaphragm. You're gonna inhale, hold, exhale slow. Good, and you're gonna inhale again. Exhale, good. This time let's hold it, inhale, hold, exhale slow. Can you feel your heart rate coming down?
Yeah. I feel good.
Yeah, it feels amazing, yes. One more time.
That's right. I feel amazing.
Absolutely. One more time, inhale. This time I want you to hold it. And relax. Good,
we got
good,
30
good.
seconds. So I'm going to tell you guys, the best thing you can do for yourself is log on right now on bloomtampabay.com because you can follow this with us every day if you want to.
That's right, every day, and keep you rocking and rolling, moving and grooving, shaking and baking.
Yeah, and styling and profiling.
There you go. That's right. Styling and
got that one
profiling.
too.
That's right.
All
That's
those
right.
things you're going to feel when you do that workout with us. We'll be back with more Bloom right after this.
The following portion of Bloom is sponsored by Alpha Foundations.
Welcome back to Bloom. With the summer temps heating up, now is the good time to address any issues in your home's foundation. Joining me now to discuss is Alpha Foundation's Assistant Sales Manager, Howard Davis. Howard, it's so good to see you.
Good to see you again.
So let's talk about this scorching summer heat and how it does impact our home's foundation.
Sure. Over the past few years or months, we've had a significant drought, right? And what that drought does is it causes the soil to get really dried out. And then if you couple that with the very precipitation where it rains every now and then, and it rains pretty hard, it washes away those soils. And when those soils get washed away, it creates these giant voids underneath either your home's foundation, your concrete or pool deck, and that causes those structures to settle into the holes.
And what happens to your home if you don't take the time and initiative to get this fixed?
Yeah, initially you'll start to see some visual signs such as cracking and things of that nature, but you got to remember, like, if something at the bottom's not supported and settling excessively, it's pooling at the top. So it can be something of a bigger problem as well.
So your team comes out, you kind of assess the situation, and then you help the homeowner understand what needs to be done.
Yeah, absolutely. A certified professional foundation inspector will come out, take a look at the home, inspect the home inside and out, and we'll look for some warning signs. We'll use some tools to take some measurements and to be able to provide the homeowner with a solution that is permanent of nature.
Now, I know you touched on this, but talk to me about some of the signs that homeowners should be on the lookout for to know that, wait, hey, maybe I've got a problem going on here that I need to fix before it becomes a much bigger problem.
Sure, yeah. Usually our homeowners call us out because they notice cracking in their drywall, or they'll notice some separations between the floor and the drywall. They'll notice some bouncy or unlevel floors, drywall nails that are popping through, or cracks on the outside as well.
And this is something you do for the entire home, even pool areas, correct?
That's correct. We also do concrete lifting and leveling, so the soil is all the same. It's always the root of the cause. And so if the pool deck's being affected, most likely the property is sitting on some unstable soils as a whole, so we'll fix those as well.
And you present lots of different options for people as to how to repair their homes.
Correct, correct. Oftentimes it's either the slab home or a crawl space home or concrete lifting and leveling, and we have multiple different ways to solve the problem.
Now, something that's very important to us here on Bloom is to introduce our viewers to credible businesses that have been around, and to get to know the people running these businesses. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so we've been around for over 20 years, and we've consistently maintained an A+ rating with a Better Business Bureau and hundreds of positive reviews on Google. And our main priority is providing high quality home repairs and permanent solutions so that these homeowners never have to worry about it again.
Yeah, because that is the thing, because so many times people hire maybe because it fits in their budget, or you know, a salesperson came and knocked on the door. But at the end of the day, when you're going to do work like this, you need to make sure you're doing it right and that
Correct.
It lasts.
100%. A lot of our products have long-term to lifetime warranties to ensure that we're with them throughout the entire journey.
All right, well, we're certainly glad that Alpha Foundations is right here in the Tampa Bay area, and it's just as simple as picking up the phone and giving you guys a call, right?
100%, and give us a call or visit our website.
Okay, well, you can call 866-277-6336 or visit alphafoundations.com for a free inspection. We'll be back with more Bloom right after this, so don't go away.
The preceding portion of Bloom was sponsored by Alpha Foundations.
It's time for today's Bloom trivia question. True or false? Most American workers are employed in the service sector. The answer is true. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, in the U.S., the majority of workers are employed in the service sector, which includes industries like healthcare, education, finance, and hospitality. Well, we hope you'll tune in again on the next Bloom presented by Lifeguard Imaging. How to sync your menstrual cycle to your smoothies. This drink can be a game changer when it comes to making you feel better. And how to set boundaries on your summer travels with family. Stay healthy, everyone, and I will see you on the next Bloom.
Content segments during Bloom were paid for by, on behalf of Living and Loving LLC, by the TV Bookers and Alpha Foundations.
Call now 813-582-5222 to schedule your scan today.